Welcome to another episode of Bluegrass Garage. Today we're continuing on the new Edge Mustang. Today we're going to do some things that I talked about in the last video. Just spend a little bit of time to Autozone-ify the car just a little bit. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you remember last time I was telling you about how a previous owner had put on these billet switches and these speaker covers on the HVAC and all this, and even on the convertible top button. I don't particularly care for that, so that's the first thing we're going to do. Oh, and turn signal thing. So that's the first thing we're going to do is remove all this, put the factory buttons back in place, and yeah, let's get that done.
Full speed. Burnout.
So as I said, let's start with the door buttons here for the windows and locks and the mirror. Let's get this off and get those replaced. And before we move to the other side, we'll probably go ahead and do this one while we're at it. Get it going. The good thing is these pop out pretty easily. They're just a couple of snaps, one right there, one here in the back, and as long as nothing's bound or anything, they're pretty easy to get out. And I probably didn't even have to do this to replace these buttons, but I haven't been in one of these in a while, so just wanted to be safe and go ahead and pull it out of the way, work on it on the bench. Okay, so scratch everything I said before. Apparently there's no need to take all this loose to replace the buttons. They just pop on. And so I made a little extra work for myself for no reason, but learn something new every day. So you just pop these off. I just use a flathead screwdriver, pop the old ones off, pop the nice factory ones back on. I know some people like all this chrome or billet stuff, and on the right car it may look good, but that's not me. So now I got the new ones on, same switch, just different knobs. I pulled this speaker cover off. I got the factory one right here, and I'm just going to stick it on, and then this side should be done. Oh yeah, move on to the next side. And now that I know that it's so easy, let's go ahead and just pull these off. Okay, might have to use my screwdriver after all. And these don't even fit that well, so even if they look good, they don't fit right. So I'm not sure why anybody would use them. Just pop right off. Come on. Okay, I'll get back to that in a second. Let's get these off. If you see that, they just pop right off. I take my new ones. They literally just pop right on. Okay, perfect. I got the convertible top button here. I'll do that next, but first, let me get that guy off. So as I'm working on getting the convertible top button replaced, I found out why you need to, if you don't know what you're doing with something, especially electronics related, you either need to figure out what you're doing or pay someone who knows what they're doing. Check this out. Every time I push the convertible top button, which I didn't notice this before because I never had the car off and playing with this button, but when I engage the convertible top button, watch this. Yep, you see that? So I engage the convertible top button and the radio comes on. If I turn the button back off, radio goes off. The ignition is turned off. There's not even a key in it. Engage the button, radio comes on. Turn the button back off, radio goes off. So that's awfully concerning. So I'm going to have to get in there and figure out what's going on with that. I don't know, who knows. But that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, I'll deal with the radio thing later, but while I was at it, I went ahead and removed this white face thing from the HVAC. I mean, I like it on the instrument cluster, but I don't think I like it here. So I ripped it off, and I expected it to actually not come off at all or not come off easily. It did. It left the residue on here, which I could probably get off, but it also ripped off part of the face here. I know you can't, if you can see that, it's not a huge deal, but I can buy one for probably 20 bucks. So I'll probably go ahead and buy this, just replace it. It takes like 10 minutes to get in here and get that out. Just, you know, because I don't want to look at that every day. So there's that. Like I said, I've got to get back into this eventually anyway and look at that radio. So I'll probably do that next time. But just wanted to let you know the progress. Next is, oh, turn signal thing here. So let's look at that. Okay, so now that this is done, the next thing on our list is factory gas cap. Now, I'm not opposed to these other gas caps like this. I just don't particularly like this one. Mainly because, I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't like the emblem or decals engraved on there. So I think the factory one looks better. So we're going to begin to, just going to get this out of here, put the factory one back in, and should be an easy fix. Maybe it's because I'm old, I like factory stuff, but let's do it. Okay, so I know it's not a very exciting process, but as you can see, factory gas cap looks much better. May adjust it back ever so slightly, but such simple things make it so much nicer. Glad he kept all the hardware, and glad he kept that. So now we got that moved on. Let's go to a couple of appearance things I want to do. This, if you can see that, it says staying on the third brake light. Gotta go. And I don't like the smoked tail lights, so they're going to come off next. That's going to come off next. And probably this decal on top of here too. So let's get to it. Apparently I was close. It's actually a 9mm. You know, 1, 2 bolts, and then should come out. So as you can see, it's out. Just got to pull my lights out. But I ordered this replacement off eBay. I didn't know if I could get this off of here without damaging it, and the replacement on eBay was, I mean, it's a factory part that's used. I think it was like $20 shipped. So just easier to go ahead and do that. As you can see, there's my tail lights, but let's go and get this third brake light done, get this back in. It should be an easy job, and then we'll move on to the tail lights. Okay, so somebody explained this to me. The old one, he had put LEDs in it, as you can see. The new one just has one bulb, and all these are ran in series. Then when I flip it over, it looks like a different light. So hopefully it plugs up and works. We'll find out here shortly. But maybe it's different for the later body style, or not later body styles, later model years of this body style. I don't know. We're gonna plug it in and see if it works. Okay, I got the little piece of decal off the top of here. There is a little line where the decal's been so long, but after a few good washings and rubbings, that should go away. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with this. Get this off of here. The last one came off pretty easy. Hopefully this one does as well. Yeah, see there. Of course, I'm gonna have some blue residue. I'm not worried about that right now. I just want to get it off of here. I just don't like the way it looks. And I don't like the fact that it's just a sticker. Yeah, this one's going to be a lot of residue. I'm going to put the camera down for a minute. the thing about this one is, talk to the camera. The thing about this is, even though this is leaving a lot of glue behind, I'm not really worried about it because, as you may or may not have noticed, this rear bumper needs to be painted anyway. So that's going to be probably, maybe not the next video, but a very soon video is going to be painting the front and the back bumper, because they were painted at some point in the past, and like I said before, they didn't do a very good job, whoever did it. So the paint is fading unnaturally. So obviously they just either didn't put enough paint on, or it's the wrong color, or they spray it too thin, or something. I don't know, but either way, it looks like crap. So the front and rear bumper are going to get repainted, and at that time, I'm going to try to find a different hood. Now, I keep telling myself I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money or time on this car because I just wanted something to drive while I was working on the Fox body. But the more that I drive it, the more I do enjoy it, and I want to do a few things just to make it, in my opinion, nicer, look better. And since I'm probably going to be driving it for, you know, at least this summer season, but if the Fox body takes longer, which it probably will, I'll drive it until, at least until that car is done. And then even after that, I may keep it. So, as you can see, bumper's faded. So, I'm not worried about all this crap on here. It's going to be sanded and painted anyway. Now, the decision is, do I want to pull it off this? I kind of like it in the license plate area, so I may keep that. And the next step I've got to do is change these taillights out. I'm going to wait till the next video for that, because I have a secret, have a surprise for you all. So I believe that's going to be it for this video. Some small, simple maintenance things that I got done. In the next video, like I said, we'll do the taillights, secret. Stay tuned. Thanks a lot.